Hi, I'm Elliot from EQPTV and I'm here with Jeff Walker from Carcass. So how has the past year been for Carcass?
It's been great, been non-stop. The album came out last September and probably the most intense it's ever been, you know, for us, because we're quite lazy. So it's been very successful, the album's selling extremely well. Couldn't really ask for more, you know. The band's probably more successful than it ever has been, you know, as far as critical acclaim and sales and all that, so it's been good, been cool.
Yeah. Earlier this year you went on tour with Gore Guts and the Black Dahlia Murder. Do you feel it's a positive thing to give the younger bands like the Black Dahlia Murder that kind of platform?
They're being very sweet. They're not young, you know, those guys. They're like maybe 2 years younger than me, so I mean, maybe they could be seen as a relatively new band, but again, you know, Black Dahlia's been around for donkey's years, so's Gore Guts, you know. So, I mean, with Black Dahlia, they're as successful in America as Carcass, so it's a good package, you know. They did us some favours, we did them some favours. It's just a good package, you know.
Carcass is known to be one of the most influential bands in extreme music. When listening to these younger bands, do you see that influence, or can you hear that influence?
Yeah, I mean, we can hear it in new metal, you know, because a lot of the, you know, we were probably the first band to downtune to B, and then people like Ross Robinson, who produced Korn and Deftones, influenced those bands, and Machine Head and your Fear Factories were really into our guitar tone and sound. So obviously those bands influenced new metal, but we influenced them, so we hear it everywhere, you know. But no one does it like Carcass, I don't think, and I think that justifies the reason for our existence, because there's still a little gap there that even though people have been influenced by us, it's a bit cocky, but no one does it quite like Carcass, you know.
Yeah, about that, no one doing it quite like Carcass, did you feel like unique when you first started, or did you just feel kind of like you were part of a scene?
Part of a scene, I don't know if we ever felt unique. You know, we just had our favourite bands and we just wanted to be like them. And the thing is, with a lot of bands, they try to be one or two bands, but our pool of influences was maybe 15 or 20 bands. So we weren't just copying one or two bits, we were influenced by a lot of things that make up our sound. I mean, we're heavily influenced by Slayer, but being influenced by a band doesn't mean you have to sound like them. And I don't think we sound like Slayer at the end of the day. Well, they are a huge influence on the drumming and, you know, the guitar riffs and stuff, so yeah, it's one thing to be influenced, it's another to plagiarise bands. We've never really plagiarised anybody, you know.
In March of last year, Carcass performed for the first time with their new lineup in Camden Underworld, where they played for 3 nights. Were there any nerves going into that show because it was, you know, a reunion thing and you didn't know how fans would react? So was it? Did you feel confident?
No, I think maybe Ben, the new guy, and maybe Bill gets a bit nervous, but I don't really get nervous, I get a bit stressed, so I tend to hit the Jack Daniels a bit, but it's not nerves as in, it's a bit stressful because now there's a lot of expectation on our shoulders, you know, we've got to deliver, and we don't want to hear people say we suck or it was a bad gig, so we're definitely carrying a bigger cross. When we were younger, we were more laissez-faire, we didn't really give a damn, you know, we just did what we did, but now people are paying good money to watch us, so we have to do our best, you know?
Yeah. Due to the phenomenal success and acclaim of Surgical Steel, are there any chances of another record, or is that just something you've done?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely, the needle's more to there being another record, but we couldn't guarantee when it's going to happen. It might be in another 18 years, you know? So, as long as we've got some musical ideas that justify something that excites us, then we'll do it. But if it's another album that just sounds like Surgical Steel, then what would be the point, you know?
And my final question is, what's next for Carcass?
Just touring until the end of the year. We've got a tour we're going to announce on Monday with Obituary in the States, and then we're going to go to the Pacific, like New Zealand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and then Central America, and then that sees the year out. And then we've already got offers again for next year, so but it's going to be a bit more relaxed. this year, to justify to the record label the amount of money they paid, we took offers that we wouldn't normally take. You know, next year we're going to be a bit more choosy about what we do. So.
Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you for your time, my friend. Nice shirt.
Thank you.